Everything once felt limitless. There was passion, creativity, and an unstoppable drive to explore the world. But then, in an instant, everything changed. A tragic accident, a moment of helplessness, and suddenly nothing was the same. Waking up to the reality of losing mobility was heartbreaking, not just because of the physical pain, but because of the fear of being dependent, of losing purpose, of watching life slip away. In the depths of despair, a choice had to be made: surrender to circumstances or rise above them. That decision changed everything. Lying in a hospital bed for months, there was time to reflect, to question, and to grieve. But in that stillness, an inner strength emerged, one that had nothing to do with physical ability. True power lies in the mind, in the spirit, in the determination to move forward despite the odds. The road to acceptance was not easy. There were moments of frustration, of doubt, of wanting to give up. But then came the realization that life is not defined by what is lost, but by what is still possible, the ability to create, to dream, to inspire. None of that was taken away. Instead of focusing on limitations, the decision was made to turn adversity into an opportunity, to use pain as a catalyst for change, and to become a voice for those who feel unseen. Many assumed it was the end of the road. Some pitied, others doubted. But true strength is not about proving others wrong. It's about proving to oneself that life is still meaningful, still worth fighting for. The choice was made to embrace life as it is, rather than mourn what it could have been. To challenge perceptions, to shatter stereotypes, and to show the world that being differently abled does not mean being incapable. Through art, through words, and through action, a purpose was found: to inspire hope, to remind people that struggles do not define them, but how they overcome those struggles does. There is power in sharing one's journey, in embracing vulnerability, in using personal challenges to uplift others. Looking back now, there is no regret, only gratitude. Gratitude for the hardships that led to strength, for the setbacks that paved the way for resilience, for the loss that uncovered a deeper meaning in life. It's not about what happens to us, but about what we choose to do with it. And if one story, one act of courage, one message of hope can help even one person find strength within themselves, then every struggle has been worth it. Because in the end, it's not about how many times we fall, but how many times we decide to stand up again. Adversity is a turning point, not the end. Challenges may seem overwhelming, but they can lead to new beginnings and greater strength. Pain can be a source of inspiration. Hardships are not just struggles, they can be transformed into motivation to uplift and empower others. The strongest abilities come from within. True power lies in resilience, determination, and the courage to keep moving forward. Limitations exist only in the mind. Breaking societal stereotypes proves that disabilities do not define a person. Every story has the power to heal. Sharing personal struggles can give hope to others facing their own battles. Rising after every fall is what matters. Success is not about avoiding failures, but about choosing to stand up and keep going. Life has a way of presenting unexpected challenges. One moment, everything seems to be going according to plan, and in the next, everything takes a turn that was never anticipated. When adversity strikes, it is easy to feel as though the world has come crashing down, as if there is no way forward. It can feel like an ending, a loss of dreams, opportunities, and even identity. But in reality, adversity is not the end of the road. It is a turning point, a moment where life offers a choice to either surrender or rise above. Difficult moments test the strength of the human spirit. They push boundaries, break comfort zones, and often leave behind a sense of helplessness. It is natural to grieve what is lost, to question why certain things happen, and to feel the weight of circumstances that seem beyond control. However, adversity also serves a greater purpose. It forces individuals to look deeper within themselves, to discover strengths they never knew they had, and to redefine what truly mattered. The struggle may be painful, but it also holds the potential for transformation. Many people view hardships as obstacles that prevent progress, but in truth, they can be the very thing that redirects life toward a more meaningful path. Sometimes what seems like a setback is actually an opportunity in disguise. When things go wrong, it is a chance to reassess, to reflect, and to explore new possibilities that may have never been considered before. Difficulties do not mean life is over. They mean that a new chapter is beginning, one that might hold even greater purpose and fulfillment. In moments of crisis, it is easy to focus on what has been taken away, the loss of opportunities, the change in circumstances, the uncertainty of the future. These thoughts can become overwhelming. But instead of viewing adversity as an end, it is possible to shift perspectives and see it as a beginning. It is in the most difficult times that true strength is revealed and that the deepest lessons are learned. When life takes an unexpected turn, it may be an invitation to grow in ways never imagined. Overcoming hardship is never easy. It requires patience, self-compassion, and the willingness to keep going even when the path is unclear. Some days may feel unbearable, and doubts may creep in, whispering that it is easier to give up. But strength is not measured by the absence of struggles. It is measured by the determination to keep moving forward despite them. Each step taken in the face of adversity is a victory, a reminder that the human spirit is far more powerful than any challenge life presents. Adversity can be the greatest teacher. It teaches resilience, patience, and gratitude. It reveals the importance of appreciating small moments, of valuing the people who offer support, and of recognizing that happiness is not dependent on external circumstances, but on inner peace. Hardships strip away illusions and reveal what truly matters. They force individuals to confront their fears, to rebuild their lives with newfound wisdom. History is filled with people who turned their struggles into stepping stones toward greatness. Some of the most inspiring individuals have faced unimaginable difficulties, yet they emerged stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. They did not allow their hardships to define them. Instead, they used them as motivation to create change, to inspire others, and to prove that no circumstance is powerful enough to diminish the human will to succeed. Every person faces adversity in some form, whether it is physical, emotional, financial, or personal. Struggles are a universal part of life. But what separates those who grow from their pain from those who remain stuck in it is the ability to see challenges as turning points rather than endings. It is about finding meaning in suffering, about choosing to rise even when it feels impossible. There will always be moments of doubt, times when it feels like the burden is too heavy to carry. But in those moments, it is important to remember that pain is temporary, that difficulties do not last forever, and that every hardship carries the seed of new possibilities. Strength is not about never falling. It is about choosing to rise every single time. Life's toughest moments are not meant to break people. They are meant to rebuild them into stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individuals. When adversity strikes, it is not the end. It is an opportunity to rewrite the story, to embrace a new path, and to become an even greater version of oneself. The journey may not be easy, but in the end, it will be worth it. Pain is often seen as something to be avoided, something that brings only suffering and hardship. It is associated with loss, disappointment, and failure, making it one of the most feared aspects of life. When faced with pain, the natural reaction is to resist it, to wish it away, or to dwell in sorrow. But pain, no matter how difficult, has the potential to be transformed into something greater. It can become a source of inspiration, a catalyst for growth. Adversity and suffering have the power to shape a person in ways that comfort and ease never could. When life is smooth and predictable, there is little reason to question, to challenge oneself, or to seek something more meaningful. But when pain enters the picture, everything changes. It forces a person to confront their deepest fears, to reevaluate their priorities, and to dig deep into their inner reserves of strength. It pushes boundaries and demands resilience. In those moments of hardship, a choice emerges: to let pain consume and define life, or to use it as fuel for something greater. Throughout history, some of the most influential and inspiring individuals have endured immense pain before finding their true purpose. Their suffering became the very reason they chose to fight harder, to stand taller, and to dedicate themselves to a cause greater than themselves. Whether through personal loss, physical struggles, or emotional hardship, they turned their pain into a force that ignited change, not just in their own lives, but in the lives of countless others. Their stories remind the world that pain does not have to break a person. It can build them into something stronger. There is something deeply powerful about transformation through pain. When life takes an unexpected turn, when everything that once seemed certain is suddenly gone, it can feel as though the world has come to an end. But pain also offers a unique perspective. It strips away illusions, exposing what truly matters. It teaches lessons that cannot be learned in moments of ease. It deepens understanding, expands empathy, and awakens a sense of purpose that may have otherwise remained undiscovered. The most profound works of art, literature, and music have often been born from the depths of suffering. Pain has a way of unlocking creativity, of allowing emotions to flow freely in ways that resonate with others. It is in those moments of vulnerability that the most authentic expressions emerge. When pain is channeled into something meaningful, whether through words, actions, or artistic expression, it has the ability to touch lives, to heal wounds, and to bring people together in shared understanding. Turning pain into inspiration does not mean ignoring or suppressing it. It does not mean pretending that suffering does not exist. Instead, it is about embracing it, understanding it, and allowing it to fuel growth. It is about choosing to find meaning in hardship rather than letting it become a roadblock. There is immense power in saying, "This pain will not defeat me. Instead, I will use it to rise, to inspire, and to create something beautiful from it." Pain also teaches the importance of empathy. Those who have suffered deeply understand what it feels like to struggle, to feel lost, to wonder if things will ever get better. This understanding creates a unique connection with others who are going through similar experiences. It allows for compassion, for support, and for the ability to uplift those who may be facing their own battles. By sharing personal struggles, by being open about the pain endured, a ripple effect is created. One that shows others that they are not alone, that healing is possible, and that there is hope even in the darkest times. There is no denying that pain is difficult. It can shake a person to their core, making them question everything they once believed. But it is also an opportunity, an invitation to transform suffering into something meaningful. It is a chance to grow, to inspire, and to leave a mark on the world that would not have been possible without the hardships faced. In the end, pain is not just about suffering, it is about what is done with that suffering. It can either remain as a wound that never heals or become the driving force behind something extraordinary. The choice is always there, to let pain define a person or to let it shape them into someone stronger, wiser, and more determined. And when pain is turned into purpose, it becomes one of the most powerful sources of inspiration in the world. Pain is often viewed as something negative, something to be avoided at all costs. It is linked to loss, hardship, and struggle, making it one of the most difficult aspects of life to endure. When pain enters a person's life, the immediate reaction is often resistance, wishing it away, feeling overwhelmed, or dwelling on what has been lost. But pain, no matter how intense, holds the potential to be transformed into something powerful. It can serve as a spark for growth, a source of wisdom, and even a foundation for inspiring others. Difficult experiences have a way of shaping people in ways that comfort never could. When life is smooth and predictable, there is little reason to push boundaries, question beliefs, or search for deeper meaning. But when pain arrives, it disrupts everything, forcing individuals to confront their emotions, reassess their priorities, and find strength they never knew existed. It is in these challenging moments that people have a choice: to let their struggles define them, or to use them as motivation to create something meaningful. Throughout history, some of the most influential figures have turned their pain into purpose. Many of them faced incredible hardships, yet rather than allowing those struggles to defeat them, they used them as fuel to create change. Whether through personal tragedy, physical limitations, or emotional suffering, they transformed their pain into something that not only healed themselves, but also helped countless others. Their stories are reminders that pain does not have to destroy. It can rebuild, reshape, and empower. Pain has the ability to transform perspectives. When everything seems to be falling apart, it often brings clarity, revealing what truly matters, what is worth fighting for, and what can be let go. In difficult moments, people learn the most about themselves, discovering resilience, patience, and a strength they may have never recognized before. Pain is not just an obstacle, it is a teacher, offering lessons that cannot be learned through ease or comfort. Some of the most moving works of art, literature, and music have been created from deep suffering. Pain has a way of unlocking creativity, allowing emotions to flow freely and be expressed in ways that resonate with others. It is through these raw and vulnerable expressions that connections are formed, reminding people that they are not alone in their struggles. When pain is channeled into something constructive, whether through storytelling, art, advocacy, or acts of kindness, it has the potential to heal, inspire, and bring hope to others. Transforming pain into inspiration does not mean ignoring it or pretending it does not exist. It does not mean suppressing emotions or acting as though everything is fine. Instead, it means acknowledging the struggle, learning from it, and finding ways to grow from it. It is about making a conscious decision to use hardships as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Choosing to rise above challenges does not erase the pain, but it gives it purpose, turning suffering into something. One of the most valuable lessons pain teaches is empathy. Those who have experienced deep sorrow or hardship are often the ones who understand the struggles of others the most. They know what it feels like to be lost, to be uncertain, to wonder if things will ever improve. This understanding creates a unique connection, allowing them to offer comfort, support, and encouragement to those facing their own battles. By sharing experiences of struggle and survival, a powerful message is sent. Healing is possible, and no one has to face their challenges alone. Failure also builds character. It teaches patience, determination, and resilience. It strengthens the mind, making individuals more capable of handling future challenges. Those who have faced failure and risen above it develop a deep sense of inner strength, an understanding that no obstacle is too great to overcome. They no longer fear setbacks because they know they have the power to overcome them. In the end, failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success. Every mistake, every rejection, and every setback is an opportunity to grow, to improve, and to become stronger. The people who achieve greatness are not those who never failed, but those who never gave up. Failure is not a dead end. It is a beginning. It is a lesson, a challenge, and a stepping stone towards something even greater. Those who learn to see failure as an ally rather than an enemy will find that it is one of the most powerful tools for achieving success. The most powerful transformations in life come from embracing change. Change is often feared because it brings uncertainty, disrupting the familiarity of what is known. It can be uncomfortable, unsettling, and even painful at times. But change is also necessary for growth, for discovering new possibilities, and for becoming the person one is meant to be. No great achievement, no extraordinary story, and no powerful journey has ever come without change. Those who embrace it rather than resist it unlock the doors to new opportunities and endless potential. Life is not meant to remain the same. Everything in nature evolves, adapts, and transforms. A river does not flow in a straight line. It twists and turns, sometimes rushing forward, sometimes slowing down, but always moving. The same is true for human experiences. No one remains in the same place forever. Circumstances shift, perspectives change, and new challenges arise. Those who resist change often find themselves stuck, afraid to move forward. But those who welcome change understand that it is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. Many people find comfort in routine, in knowing what to expect each day. There is safety in predictability, but there is also limitation. Growth does not happen in comfort zones. To truly evolve, to become stronger, wiser, and more capable, one must be willing to step outside of familiarity. Change challenges old beliefs, pushes boundaries, and forces individuals to see the world from a new perspective. It is in these moments of uncertainty that real transformation begins. There will always be moments in life when unexpected change occurs, sometimes in the form of loss, setbacks, or circumstances beyond control. In those moments, it is easy to feel overwhelmed, to resist, and to wish for things to return to how they once were. But change does not mean the end. It means the beginning of something new. When approached with the right mindset, change becomes an opportunity for reinvention, for discovering strengths that were never known before, and for finding a new path that may be even better than the one left behind. One of the most important aspects of embracing change is trusting the process. Growth is not always immediate, and the purpose of change is not always clear in the beginning. It takes time to adjust, to understand why certain things happen, and to see the lessons hidden within each experience. Those who trust that change is leading them towards something greater are the ones who find peace even in uncertainty. They learn to let go of what no longer serves them and make space for new opportunities to enter their lives. Change also teaches adaptability, one of the most valuable skills a person can develop. The world is constantly shifting, and those who resist change often struggle the most. But those who learn to adapt, who see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles, become unstoppable. They develop resilience, the ability to thrive no matter the circumstances, and the confidence to face whatever comes their way. Adaptability is not about giving up or surrendering to circumstances. It is about finding new ways to move forward, no matter the situation. Fear is often the biggest barrier to embracing change. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of leaving behind what feels safe. But fear is only powerful when it is given control. The most successful and fulfilled individuals are not those who never feel fear, but those who push forward despite it. They understand that fear is a natural response to change, but it does not have to dictate their actions. Instead of asking, what if things go wrong, they ask, what if things go right? Change is also deeply connected to self-discovery. It is through new experiences, new challenges, and new environments that people truly learn who they are. It reveals strengths that were never recognized before. It introduces passions that were never explored, and uncovers potential that may have remained hidden in a life of routine. Every moment of change is an invitation to grow into a better version of oneself, to step into a future filled with possibilities, and to create a life that aligns with one's deepest purpose. It is important to remember that embracing change does not mean forgetting the past. The past holds valuable lessons, memories, and experiences that shape who a person is, but it should never become a cage that prevents growth. The past is a chapter, not the entire story. Moving forward does not mean abandoning what has been learned. It means carrying those lessons into the future and using them to build something even greater. At its core, change is not about losing control. It is about gaining freedom, the freedom to explore new paths, to reinvent oneself, and to live life without being confined by fear or limitations. Those who embrace change with an open heart and a courageous mind discover that it is not something to dread, but something to celebrate, because within change lies the greatest opportunities for growth, for fulfillment, and for creating a life filled with purpose and meaning.